I want to use today's video to support a developing situation in the Smash community that came to my attention recently. There's a tournament called Santa Paws in Alabama, which is Alabama's first major and is also a charity event. They give you a discount code for registration if you prove to them that you've donated a bag of cat or dog food to an animal shelter. The event had two major sponsors drop out just a month before the event, which, to be clear, is really last minute, given how far in advance things need to be locked in for a major. As I understand the video put out by the head organizer, link in the description, this means of the $100,000 budget for the event, this now puts them $65,000 short, 2/3 of the money they need to make things run just up in smoke a month before people would be showing up to play. The tournament organizer, Katie, aka Linkstain, is well-liked, in good standing with the community, and received a lot of praise for everything she had control over in the previous iteration of this same tournament. This is a TO for whom the Smash community means a lot, trying to run a charity event to support animal shelters, and she needs help to save the event. To try and make up the deficit, they're selling raffle tickets, link in the description. I've been looking for a way to donate to them directly, especially since I imagine a lot of interested folks won't necessarily be attending the event and won't be interested in whether they get to see a top player wearing a maid outfit or not, but I haven't found anything yet. Of course, if I do find it, I'll update the description and put it in a pinned comment below. To my knowledge, it hasn't been confirmed exactly why the sponsors pulled out, and that may never be public knowledge, but there's a strong possibility that it was a consequence of Nintendo's community tournament guidelines that go into effect November 15th. Looking at Linkstain's tweets from the day that the guidelines dropped, we're seeing, "The hoops to jump through are astronomical. I don't even know if I'll be able to make Santa work. This is literally insane, waiting on US, but it's grim." There are a lot of other tweets that you could go and look up for context on this, but it was definitely something that was in the forefront of her mind, and so it's very possible that this is precisely the reason that there were problems. Now, I've been in touch with Splatoon TOs about the guidelines and their effect on the Splatoon community, and they have all been saying the same thing, that Nintendo of America is being more communicative with them than before, that this may actually be an open door to better relationships with the company, that they're optimistic. I'm sure that, in part, this response was formulated with the goal of ensuring everyone that competitive Splatoon isn't going to die or anything ridiculous like that, and that's totally true. A lot of people were way too quick to just assume tournaments couldn't run anymore, and that's important misinformation to dispel, so I'm totally on board with them taking such a confident stance. Their optimism specifically about having a positive relationship with Nintendo, on the other hand, man, I've been in the Smash community for a long time, and we've felt that optimism before, and it hasn't been rewarded. But the TOs know more than I do. They're the ones who are actually in these discussions about licensure, the ones actually talking to Nintendo. I trust the people who are telling me it's going to be okay, just the tiniest bit more than I distrust Nintendo. History has taught me that Nintendo is a bull in a china shop, that no matter how gently we treat them, if we bring them inside, they're still going to nonchalantly shatter a glass display case full of expensive things. Things worth $65,000, perhaps. Even in the best case scenario, I still don't see a way for Project M to get played at a Smash Major, and that makes me angry regardless of the future trajectory of the Splatoon community. But for now, all I'm going to say is that we should support this charity tournament and help it operate as intended. We don't know for sure that the sponsors dropping out are the result of the community guidelines. It could be a separate issue. Even if it is the guidelines, it's totally possible, probable even, that the events that were already committed to running close to the time the guidelines go into effect are the only ones that will be impacted in this way, and that everything will be better in future. From now on, for any new events, TOs will have started the planning process with the community guidelines or license agreements in mind. If that's true, then this one was just unlucky and got caught in transition. I really hope this kind of thing is just a growing pain, and then it grows into a more productive relationship than we've had with the company of Nintendo so far. However it shakes out, though, the first priority is to help those that need it, not to point fingers and argue about who deserves the blame for hurting them. Please consider giving some support to the team putting on this charity Smash tournament. The Smash community taught us a lot of what we know about running events, and just about every major we have in person exists only because there was already a Smash tournament, and we were able to fill some of the extra space in their venue. And there are a bunch of hungry cats and dogs out there who could use some extra kibble. The shelter cats, Romeo, not you. If anything, you need to lose some weight.